Everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The veteran kicker, Mason Crosby, set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Tempo.
On second down, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A one-time Bears All-Pro, Brian Urlacher, able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. This is taken at the 15. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Right 20! Right 20! Right 20!
They'll try to throw it here. Vick, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Julio Jones, 41 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He's going to go for a big play. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Most receivers love running the post pattern. You go downfield as fast as you can, give a head fake or two, and then you head towards the post in the middle of the field and look for the football. A tough route to cover if you get fooled with a little bit of fake in the middle of it.
Now Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's Vick following the interception. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard!
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Let's go. Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word.
They snap it at one. Now Wilson dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, Wilson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They come out here in the eye. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
On third and goal, Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Right 20. Right 20. Late.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Second down, Vic. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 61 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Michael Vick. And his throw here is incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Wilson on second down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Urlacher. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Keenan Allen, 69 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. That'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
All right, here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spear.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
14, run it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Antonio Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. Then the Bears get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. To return, it's Peppers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action. Show you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Right 20, right 90.
Vic on the bootleg. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Allen, the intended receiver. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go, 14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love.
Hey, 0-0-0. Shotgun.
On second down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Bears on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles' defense able to hold.
Right 90. Right 20. Hey, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Vic goes play action. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Vic back around his own goal line. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against...
Touchdown, Chicago! Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Vic now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, here's Fournette. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Crosby puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. A little juke. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.